guys, just finished writing a paper and I'm going to try to submit it to a journal. So let's do it together. This paper is done. I have all my checks, everything I need to have in this paper is done. So the first thing to do is, let's see, we go here. Let's see the documents. I've already written a cover letter. I have my declaration. I have my graphical abstracts. The highlight is here. This is the main manuscript. Then the title page if it's a double-blinded manuscript. So these documents are already. Then I go into the journal. I'm trying to submit to this journal, right? So we have to look at the aims and scope and see if the paper falls in this. Read it here. The paper it's about adsorption of PFAS. So absorption and exchange is part of, is in the scope. Also, if we go down, we see that like sensing of emerging contaminants and PFAS. The paper is about PFAS, so it falls completely in the scope of this journal. So let's go ahead and submit it. First, we go to submit your article. Then, if you don't have an account here, you have to register one. So you can register using register here, but I already have an account which is linked to my offset, so just click the offset to log in. Here we go. Now I'm logged in. Once you are logged in like this, you come to submit new manuscript, so we click on this. Then I was already submitting this particular manuscript, so let's say submit new article. We come here. If it's under a special issue, you can select this one, but there's no special issue for this at the moment, so it's a review paper, so I just click review. Then I go to proceed. Then I have to submit the paper here, right? So either I drag and drop, or let me close it here. Either I drag and drop, or I just copy and paste it here. So let's see if I can do it. I can drag and drop. No, let me see. Let's copy. Can't. Let me download it onto my desktop. Then I can easily get it. Okay. Back here. Let's go to browse. I just downloaded it, so it should be here downloaded. Now here we go. So let me just download all the documents I need onto my desktop first. This goes, declaration is needed, graphical abstract is needed, highlights should be needed, and then what else? Yeah, I think that's also back here. So the paper has been uploaded onto the portal. We need the highlights, so check highlights, go here, go into highlight. Here we go. The cover letter is essential, so let me check the cover letter again. This is cover letter. Let me open and see. Okay. Yeah, okay, nice. It's done. So back, we need a cover letter here. Select cover letter, browse cover letter. So these three are the mandatory files to have uploaded, right? But I have a graphical abstract, so let me add it. I love graphical abstracts. They make it easy for readers to understand what you are doing without you speaking a lot. So have the graphical abstract. Then what else? Yeah, that's all. It's fine. You see them here. There's a cover letter here, the highlights, graphical abstract, then manuscript. So we can go to proceed. We've proceeded here. We come here. The area is chemical catalysis conversion, separation and extraction, biological process control, processing here. This can be under separation. Okay, sensing and monitoring. Then the next one is what? You have to add classification, right? So it's in sensing and monitoring, right? How many classifications do we need? We need a minimum of 3. Select 3 or more. So then let's add this. Chemical and catalytic, no, biological and ecological process, separation and this sensing, process control, modeling and optimization process. This is more likely. But however, the sensing and monitoring is most, but we need a minimum of 3 for it to move on. So select any 2 that are reasonable enough for that category. I'm going to proceed. We need to, there are not currently any listing. I don't think it's mandatory, so we can move on. Yeah, let me go back to show it. This is if you have reviewers you want to recommend to review your paper, right? It's not a mandatory section. There's no asterisk to it, so I prefer not to put there, but you can put there as well. In some journals, this side is mandatory. You have to put 3 to 5. In other journals, it's not mandatory, so this is not mandatory, so I prefer not to put anything there. Then I move on, proceed. Okay, these sections are very, very important. They are they conform to ethics as well as legal legal aspects of the publication. So we have to go through and select them as truthful and as accurately as possible. So we can go through them, finding information. Yes, I've done all to complete this in here. I've done it before, so no data was used, yeah, for this research. Myself or any of this editorial team, no. This is if I'm part of the editorial team of this particular journal, or my co-author is. He's not and I'm not, so it's a massive double-blinded. And then it's a manuscript double spaced. Yes, it is. Have you given full address and affiliations? Yes, I have. Does the manuscript include 1 paragraph abstract of less than 200 pages? Yes. Then yes, the correspondent, please use the following. Corresponding author is the corresponding author. Yes, I'm the same person who is submitting it, so yes. Then I have institutional email addresses. Yes, I'm using my institutional email. My co-author is also using his institutional email, so yes, I've used institutional email addresses for corresponding author in the article. Yes. Now, institutional emails are so important because it's legitimate more than this normal Gmail and Outlook mails. So as much as possible, if your institution can provide you with one, you should get one, especially for most of your publications and other works. It makes you look more legitimate. So yes, sample preparation, whatever. Yes, it is required that the entire manuscript has a further reading, and please ensure that added. And yes, it has references. Are the references in it given the numbers? Do not use 14 BC, etc. Yeah, it's not used. Yeah, symbols and references. All symbols, references, and linked items, tables, and it's in correctly in the PDF. Yes. Then, have you defined and included typical abbreviations? Yes, I have. Now for this, some journals have you to need you to provide abbreviation sections, but this journal does not need it. What this means is that the first time you use any abbreviation, you should have explained it, then subsequently you don't explain it to make it easy for the reader. How the figures cited in the one? Yes, they have been cited. This means that if you use a figure or a table in the manuscript itself, you need to show where that figure or table applies. So you should in text cite all tables and figures. If you want us to talk more about this, then put it in this particular sections, put it in the comment sections, and I'll create a separate video to talk about these things. As we go through any section that you need more clarification from, you just say it in the comment section and I'll find time to make a video about it. I'm assuming that these are quite easy to understand, so spare me. Be patient a bit about this, and if you need more listen, you can just let me know and I'll go back to it. All right. Have you included a graphical abstract? Yes, I have. You see, it wasn't and it wasn't a mandatory field. However, the journal recommends for you to have it, so try as much as possible to have it. High level impact factor graphs being relevant, standard deviation. Yes, yeah. This is if you use like diagrams and equations and so on, if they are properly written in it. Yeah. English grammar, yes. As much as possible, you have to let a native English speaker read through it. But in this particular sections, there are some accepted tools like AI tools you can use to read over. Yes, some of them are accepted in the research fraternity, so you can use those to read over, and that should do. As much as possible, keep the English in one particular English. Say if you are writing in American English, write American English. If you are writing British English, you write British English. You don't mix them across. Similarity checks, yeah, I've done it. It's not this thing. Also, resubmission, if this manuscript was the result of command from editorials, and have to check. Some of them, because it's compulsory for you to check it, you don't really have an option. However, you have to make sure that what they are saying, you've tried your best to do it in the manuscript itself. So yeah, then we proceed. You can write a comment here. However, I don't really find it important because it does not impact the results of the journal, and it doesn't really impact anything. Then you proceed. Now there, yes, the title is here. This is short title. It's not a mandatory field, so you can choose to ignore it. The system has itself extracted the title and all the data from it, so it's accurately extracted. This is also extracted accurately. The keywords have also been extracted from the manual accurately. So yes, now the author list have been extracted. However, there are some fields that need to be filled, so can just do it together. And my outset, you have to check, and then take the writing, visualization, evaluation, resource, my institution provided resource, then conceptualization. So cool, it's done. We save this, it's gone. We go here. Eric, it's Eric. So bad things or set is not, he would provide it himself. His institution is University of Leeds. Here we go. We need to Gladys University of Leeds. There we go. Yes, then we use on the writing, the representation, we did the conceptualization together. Added resource and revision as well. So we check it here, then we save it. Now it's saved. Now did the paper receive any funding? No, there's no funding available. Then we build it. It takes a bit of time. Once it's built, then it will come and we'll check. So publication options, you can go here. It takes a minute. Let me go in it. You can do open access. When I select, you say here my school. My school doesn't have it. I don't have the money to pay, so I select subscription. I save it, and here we go. Then we go to proceed. Once we have proceeded, we wait for it to build. Once it's built, I'll view it and make sure that everything is as it should be. Then I'll accept and submit it. I think that is it. Thank you very much for staying and doing it with me. If you have any question in any parts of it, you can just put a comment again, and I would try my best to make a separate video to explain it. Thank you. Safe.